Meanwhile, Geno Smith's jaw continues to heal, but that does not mean he's any closer to reclaiming his role as the Jets' starting quarterback. That's because the Jets are 2-0 with Ryan Fitzpatrick, and there doesn't seem to be any reason to pull Fitz from the huddle. Head coach Todd Bowles confirmed as much today, saying, "We're going good. We have good chemistry. Ryan is our starting quarterback." So, Jets fans, Ryan or Geno? I know a couple guys that might have an opinion on the matter. Armen and Levack. Armen Williams, Jeff Levack of ESPN Radio 104.5, the team Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Guys, your second week in a row, so apparently it wasn't too bad last week.
Man, two bad decisions by you guys. 2 weeks in a row. That's impressive.
I choose to think of it as just some drunken fun that they're having with us.
Okay.
Right? Is that what? No? Okay.
Well, you had the collar last week.
Yeah,
that's all I've heard about all day is that I didn't wear a collar. I just feel more comfortable. I think I might have made some mistakes.
I want you to be comfortable.
Okay. See? He gets me.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
All right.
All right. Jets 2-0 looked really good in a win over Colts team that looked really bad. But let's focus on the Jets because it just hurts my heart to talk about the Colts. What do you think? Is Ryan Fitzpatrick really the answer? I mean, he's looked good in 2 weeks, or when Geno is healthy, do you think he should be the guy?
I think at this point, they should send thank you cards to IKM Poly because, I mean, if we're being serious, Ryan Fitzpatrick understands Chan Gailey, knows the offense that they're working with. He's more of a game manager, and if he's not throwing the ball away, which he hasn't done very much yet, right. One interception, he really fits. And his communication with Decker and Marshall so far, perfect.
It all came down to the fourth quarter. There was that drive right after the Colts marched all the way down the field, scored a touchdown, and I told him, this is what's going to define the game. And the Jets, they rushed well. They threw well. And then Brandon Marshall with the defining touchdown, knocking guys over. That was the message that they left and that we remember. They left that taste in our mouth. So, yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick is the guy in New York until he shows us otherwise.
Okay, but how good are the Jets? 2-0, but they beat a Cleveland team? And we're not sure how good Cleveland is and a Colts team that's 0-2.
Man, they're better now than we thought they were going to be right now. They have progressed. In fact, this team goes out in the offseason, gets all these shiny new toys and the secondary, and my goodness, they are using them to their fullest capabilities.
It makes you wonder how good they could have been last year. You know, you don't bring in cornerbacks. You don't bring in a number one wide receiver. You do that this year, and they're ahead of schedule. I thought they could be this good. I didn't think they'd be this good this fast.
Your bold prediction last week, the Patriots would not make the playoffs. Well, they're 2-0 and looked really good, scoring a lot of points against Buffalo. You backpedaling yet?
Not yet. It's week 2. It's week 2, everybody. And hey, they got to play that buzzsaw on the New York Jets twice.
That's right.
I mean, I think that they're again. I undersold the New England Patriots. I'm sorry. I'm just. They're so much better than I want to admit they are. I mean, am I just being? I'm a New York sports fan. Belichick and Brady. I just don't want them to be good.
I think it's Belichick.
Oh, is it?
I don't think you mispronounced it at all. Like we mentioned at 104.5, the team is your home for New York sports. Have we gotten there yet?
Well, and you know, it's just he's just so good at coaching. Like he outcoached Rex, just like Rex said. And if they can do that all season long, it's going to be scary how good they really, really are. But I made a bold prediction. I'm going to stick with it.
Kelly, this Bills team had never played on this stage with this much attention around them, this much hype in a long time. Let's not overreact on the Bills right now.
Jeff just said, like Rex Ryan said, it's hard to get through a story about the Bills without saying, like Rex said, because Rex talks so much. What do you think Bills fans right now think about Rex Ryan?
They're frustrated with him, and they should be, because Rex Ryan starts his press conference after the game and says, well, this is all on me. Don't go to my players. Go to me. The problem is we've heard this before. His shtick has followed him from New York to Buffalo. He's going to wear thin really quick if he doesn't start winning back. And he should. He talks way too much. He talks way too much.
If you're going to say that you're going to, whoop somebody's hiney and you don't, you have the obligation to go out there and say, my bad. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I like that about him. Now, my only problem is
it's every single week.
Well, he's still talking about New England. You got to go play Miami. You know, you got to run the ball against Ndamukong Suh soon. Like let's move on. Let's take a page from Belichick or whatever his name is, and we're on to Miami. No more who's this, who's that. Let's move on to Miami.
All right, finally, guys. New York Giants now 0-2 after the most historic collapse to start a season in NFL history. 2 double-digit leads they've coughed up in weeks 1 and 2. Can the Giants recover from 0-2? Because it's a hard thing to do.
My opinion is they're still beating themselves. So if somehow, some way they can get the focus down, and to be perfectly honest with you, Eli Manning has cost them 2 games. And, whether it be bad clock management and throwing the ball away when you should take the sack or holding on to the ball too long, giving up the fumble, I believe Eli Manning will be Eli Manning as the season goes on. I think they're okay. But starting 0-2, your percentages of making the playoff drop down into like 12%. So what's okay? 8 wins? I mean, you know, or do they have to make the playoffs?
Which then leaves them outside of the playoffs.
Most likely, right.
All right, Armen and Levack, ESPN Radio 104.5. The team, you can catch them Monday through Friday from 3 to 7. Guys, I want your NFL picks for next week, so start working on that right now.
Gotta go study.
Who's playing the Patriots? They win.
All right. Well, coming up, it is one of the most special dynasties in Section 2 sports history. We have the architect of that dynasty next on The Edge.